This video is to show you how to find a regression model using Desmos. This is actually way easier than the graphing calculator, the TI-84, or another version of that. So what I've written on the screen right now is the different models, so linear, quadratic, exponential, cubic. There are other models. These are just the ones I'm going to show you today. What I've written here is what you'll type after you put your data in. You'll put that in the line after your table. And it'll generate the model for you, and then it will also give you the R-squared value. This R-squared value is very important. It's called the coefficient of determination. It's between 0 and 1, and the closer that value is to 1, the better fit the regression model is. So you might be asked to find a regression model, and you want to pick the best one, and so that R-squared is going to help you do that. So I have an example data set on the screen. I have already put that into Desmos to save time. If you're not sure how to get data into a table, you simply hit this plus sign button in the upper left-hand corner, and then you choose table, and you can put your data in. Notice that the second table is x2, y2, so all of my models that I have written down, you'll notice they have y1 and x1. That's because I'm going to tell Desmos to pull the data from the table that is labeled x1 and y1. So if you wanted to put in multiple tables and you wanted a model for your x2, y2 table, you would need to change those. So I'm first going to find my linear model. You just type y1, and luckily Desmos knows what you're doing. So you don't have to find a fancy way to get a subscript. It knows that you need a subscript. Then I'm going to do a x1. Again, it dropped it down there for me. I didn't do anything special. And I now have the linear model. All right, now I'm going to do the quadratic model, y1, and then I get the squiggle mark key, a, x, 1, oopsies. I'm going to square it because it's quadratic, plus b, x, 1, plus c. There's my quadratic model. Now I could already see my data points, those blue dots. If you want to hide something on Desmos, you just unclick the color, which why doesn't it let me do that right now? Because I'm trying to show you guys. There's a way. I'm on an iPad. There it is. And it just let me unclick the color so I don't have to see that model at that time. It obviously looks more quadratic than anything else. But there's my linear model. It's very bad. See, my R-squared value is 0.02676. That's a pretty low value, close to 0. My quadratic value is 0.76-ish, and so that's a much higher R-squared value. So I already, after these two, would choose quadratic from these two models alone. So I'm going to go find my exponential model, y1, and then again, that squiggle mark is approximately a b raised to the x1. My exponential model is there. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the green one so we don't have to look at it. And its R-squared is very low. Also, it's 0.013-ish. I'm going to turn that one off. And then I'm going to try the cubic model, y1, squiggle mark, a, x, 1 to the third power. You just go down a power each time. Now I'm choosing b for that leading coefficient. Still stays x1. Why do I keep doing that? Squared plus c, x, 1 plus d, and now I have my cubic model. So as you can see here, it is between the quadratic and the cubic model. They have almost the same R-squared value. It is slightly off. Now if you notice, the a value is almost 0, and so what that a value is doing is almost getting rid of the cubic power there. So I'm going to just use the quadratic value, even though the R-squared is teeny tiny bit lower, because it looks more quadratic. So some of this you need to use some reasoning here, but that is how you find the models, and that's what R-squared means. And so that is my suggestion to you if you're finding a regression model. Hope this video helped.